You know what? The chasing has started to take a toll, and the chasing against a team that's really good at closing it out, and a team that's really good at buckling down and making it difficult to find any chances. So I think that's part of the weight that I'm talking about on this team is that they're constantly having to dig in and say, oh, geez, here we go from behind. We saw in game number 3, they didn't muster up a comeback in that game. That was almost a game where they were so frustrated and done with it, they're like, okay, enough of this. They took their frustrations out a different way. I thought game number 5 wasn't quite like that, but when the 4-1 goal went in, it was over. It was done. Like, you're like, yeah, this team, there's no chance they're coming back again against a Florida team that's already learned that lesson of not allowing this team to come back. But it was a start. I agree with you, Liam. I think their starts have to be better. I know that Chris Knobloch talked about it. When he had talked about his keys, it was the first thing that he said. We have to start capitalizing on some of these early chances because they have had some great early chances. And, you know, when you look at the way this series started in game number 1, and Draisaitl scoring as fast as he scored in game number 1, and it set the tone, and they eventually won that game number 1, it was just, you know, that was the feeling they have to get back. It can change really quickly. Right now, they're wondering what they have to do to score goals, especially in the first period. I believe it's 7-0. They've been outscored in the last 3 games. That's just not going to get it done in the Stanley Cup final against the team that's there for the 3rd time in a row and won last year. It's not going to get it done. You can't keep chasing, so be the front runners. And they are great front runners when they want to be. When they get that lead and they want to go, they can close it down as well. They've done it through at the playoffs. Won't be as easy against this team, but I think what it'll do, Liam, is if they get that early goal or 2, it just gets them going saying, okay, here we are. We're in uncharted territories. Now the Florida Panthers have to open up a little bit to try and find that offense. And in that transitional game, in the attempt to try and score, you might get another one on the transition or on a bad play by Florida. They might take a penalty. They're working a little bit hard. All those things come into consideration if you get the first one, if you're playing with the lead. When you're not playing with the lead, the key for me is, and it's not always going to happen, they might get scored on first, you know, tomorrow night. But here's the thing. It's the way they're defending. You can't give up the next one. You have to really be stingy, and you have to do it the right way. I just think they're getting a little bit loose in some of the areas that they've gotten away with some loose play through at the playoffs. Right now, though, when they're loose, they get punished. They get punished bad. So tighten it up. Tighten it up, battle, get in the lanes, take your man, have a little more desperation, like I said before, to be that first man into the mix. Florida, pretty much all series long, with the exception, I would say, of maybe 4 periods, has been first to puck. They have just been relentless on getting the pucks first, and it's not just the first guy, it's the second guy, it's the third guy. A lot of their goals and chances come from, oh, we're going to give up on the play here because we think it's going to be a 50-50 battle and it's going to be one. It's not one. Guess who's getting to the spot first? It's the Florida Panthers. It's the way they play. So just that little tweak in their mentality of, okay, look across from you. Look across from you in that line and say, that's my guy tonight. I'm playing him. That's who they choose. They want to play against us tonight. I'm going to be better than that guy. Simple as that. Go win a game. Bring it back for 7.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.